everybody, my name is Joshua the Sketch, and this is the first of my many videos on this channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the application Ibis Paint X. Ibis Paint X is an app that you could use to draw on that is completely free, and you could use on the iPad, iPhone, and any other type of devices. Enjoy the video. Okay, so here we are on Ibis Paint X. You'll be shown three options. Right now we have the online gallery, which is where you could post your art and see the art of others from people who also use this application, which I believe is pretty cool. Good for inspiration. Next you have collection, where you could add a lot of the artwork you use on the online gallery. And then you have my gallery, and this is where the good stuff happens. You have all the stuff that you could draw on. This is all the arts that I've made over the past year of me having a tablet. Now when you want to make an artwork, you have to go and press the plus button. You go here, you get a new canvas, and you could pick from the different sizes. There's SD size, the baby size, HD, one of the biggest. And if you want to customize it, you could move this up for the width and the height. And you could also do it through inches. I usually use 9x9 inches, because that's the setting that is used on Instagram. I use that a lot for posting my artwork. Now we press OK. Now we can begin doing the artwork. So over here on this left bar, you have the different types of tools you could use. First one is transform. So as an example, you can make a little circle. He has a happy face. And you could use the transform tool to make him gigantic, make him Ant-Man size. And there's also the perspective scale, which makes him like look very weird, if that's what you're going for. There's also the mesh tool that for me seems like a combination of the translate scale and the perspective form. So you can make some beautiful artwork with this. Beautiful. There's also the magic wand, which could be used for coloring. So what I usually use that tool for, I'll go here, I'll press add, make a new layer, I put it under it, which is important for coloring. I will select the bucket tool, press red, I'll pick the magic wand tool, it goes all around it, and if I press this, which will reverse it, it will only be coloring this, so it won't go outside anything else. Very good for coloring. Let's get rid of that. Then we have the filter, which you have a bunch of things to use if you want to change up your artwork. For me, usually when I use the filter tool, I'll usually go to either the brightness and contrast, or the color balance. Color balance will manipulate the colors a lot and switch it up. And brightness and contrast could, make it lighter or darker. There's also the hue and saturation. If you want to mess around with colors a lot, this is the tool you'd like to use. The next thing is the brush. There's a lot of brushes you could choose from here, but personally I only use a few. I find inspiration from this artist on YouTube that's called Mike Henry Vetranus, if you guys know him. And Vetranus, if you guys know him. And I made a brush inspired from him. This is a technical pencil. I manipulated like he did so I could get this type of thing. Oh, forgot to turn that off. I get nice strokes. And if I want to go bigger, I got the Fatso. He's huge. Gigantic. Humongous. And occasionally I'll use the chalk brush sometimes and get some good texture in there, some good shading. And I also use the airbrush tool when I want to soften things up. And finally, I use the felt tip pen, hard, but I manipulated the settings. Since I can't get any hard round brush in this program, so I just decided to make an alternative for myself. It isn't that good, but I gotta make do with what I got, you know? And the eraser is self-explanatory. You make something that you don't like, you erase it. You could also have different brushes for your eraser. So if you want a different type of texture to it, or you want to soften something up, for example, let me show you. You could do something like that if you want a softer edge. There's also the smudge tool. So you could like manipulate it around and around. That could be used for a little bit of blending. Let me show you here. Just mess around with it. And you see how it's getting softer and softer? Soft. And another alternative to that would be the blur tool, which makes things a lot more like you can't see them, like blurring in a photo. So if you have a picture that you make, for example, let me make it right now, and you got a background going or something like that, you could blur it out with this. So the main focus could be on your character. There's also the bucket tool, which will fill most of the screen when you want that. In conclusion, this is one of my favorite applications to use. I use it all the time to make all these paintings that I have right here. It's not like Procreate or Medibang or Photoshop, like those types of expensive types of programs. But for me, I get the work done. It helps a lot with trying to put my paintings out there. I definitely enjoy it a lot. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. If you like, consider subscribing, liking the video, sharing it, all that good stuff. And goodbye. See you in the next one.